Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Taco Imposters for Sunday, April 28th, 2024. God, things have happened to me in the last like 2 days or a day that I'm like, oh no, what have I done? It's okay. I'm just thinking about I've said this before, socializing and I'm not here to complain, right? I like Christianity and I like the people I'm associate with. I'm just saying within Christianity that, sorry, that no offense, Christians are some of the worst people for socializing, for communities ever, and they're supposed to be the shining example of oh yeah, it's socialize, let's socialize, let's be a community and a fellowship, and let's no, it's crap. Now I'm not saying they're all garbage. I'm in a community I like. What I'm saying is I sit in that community thinking that I'm in that community and then realizing, no, I'm not. I'm not part of that community. I was at the retreat and I realized I'm sitting at the table. Okay, this is a Tuesday night. I sit at the table. I text my mother, okay, and I go, natural and organic socialization is a foreign concept to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand how someone could walk up to someone and go, hey, hello. I don't understand it. I just don't. Because it's not me. That might be, one factor of that might be I was homeschooled and I did the whole not very social, but I was very very shy kid, and I never grew out of that, and I'm still very shy. But that's the introverted side of me, just going, okay, I just don't want to talk to you. That's not me. I've gotten so much better, but I'm just saying, it took me 9 months of young adults that I'm currently at my old previous church to be comfortable talking. Seriously, right? And so I'm just like, this is so dumb. But then again, I realized also I'm thinking about I how to get a girlfriend kind of thing, right, or a wife, right? And as Christians, right? Okay, the pastor, the guy running the young adults at my previous church, had an idea of you have arranged marriages. No, hear me out. What I mean by that is arranged marriages also this one might be shorter. This episode might be shorter just because for different reasons, for reasons. But yeah, so arranged marriages. So what you have is you set it up in such a way that the pastor, talks with your parents and your friends and your best friends and your close friends and your whoever's, right? That would then figure out, well, this person I think is right for this person. And of course, obviously, he said, obviously you'll have the two people talk to each other, meet each other. It's not like some sort of this isn't medieval ages where or Bible times when you just said one king or one father said, well, you have land, I have resources, money, power, fame, whatever, right? Let's put them two together to be this one family thing where we'll marry your daughter will marry my son will marry your daughter, whatever, right? And so no, that's not what we're doing here. We're making sure that it happens that where the two parties actually like each other, after we found the two people outside of the two people. And I thought that's kind of a weird, but then it's oh no, that actually makes sense. That makes 100% sense. Think about it. And I told one of the leaders of my current church's young adults, and he's like, that makes so much sense. Think about it. How do you date in this stupid day and age, especially as Christians? Yeah, it's fair enough. No, it's true. Yeah. So look, I'm not saying we can't find on our own. I'm just saying that makes sense. Think about it, okay? Right? Because that's the thing, right? Because my best friend also asked my dad, "How did it work back in your time, back in your day when you had to get married?" Well, yeah, you did the whole arranged in quotations marriage, but you let the two people actually meet each other. You didn't go, you're getting married and meet at the altar and just marry. That's not how that works. You're getting married whether you like it or not, kind of thing. No, it was a whole. No, I find you two are going to be good. You're going to work, and then they put you together, and you can have a date. You can meet each other. You can get to know the person, and you can say no. You had a say in it, basically. The two parties had a say in getting married, if they wanted to or not. So, I'm thinking, because I'm thinking like this, okay? I've got young adults. So if you got this tiny little sphere ring bubble of of people we can pick from. Because that's the other thing my friend said yesterday, because he came over yesterday. And it was like, well, look, okay, if our, he's like, we have very little female young adults in our group that we like, that we would want anything to do with romantically. He's like, yeah, I know. There's like one, two. There's really four that are there consistently, maybe five. And there's one that we all like to that degree, that we would even consider romantically. Everybody else is either doesn't want anything to do with us, or we're either too close as friends with them and it's weird, or we're not close enough and we just like, yeah, no. Or they're too young, so we're like, yeah, no, we're good. Or just not our thing, not our type. But like, it's weird, in my opinion. And if our bubble is this tiny little bubble in young adults, you're gonna go nowhere, and you're gonna pick probably one girl. This is the males. Also because there's a way disproportionate amount of males to females. It's like 9 to no. It's like 5 to 1, 6 to 1. It's crazy. There's like one for every 5 or 6 males. I'm not even joking. 4 or 5 males. It's actually crazy. But it's like 90%, 80% male, 75% male maybe. But like it's crazy. And the pastor has made that point. Where are the females? Why are there no more females? You know why there's no more females? One reason could be there's no female representation here, which is fine. But come on, man. Anyway, if you haven't figured that out, okay, or thought of that as a possibility, okay, well, that's just my opinion. The previous person was a female who ran it was a female. She got a decent amount of females, didn't she? Actually, I don't know. I don't remember. Actually, I think so. Actually, I don't know. Anyway, my point here is, and then okay, that's very small, not enough people for that one, and not enough choice and whatever. The other one is, if we go to the next step, which most of us really just have, or a lot of us have maybe one step, maybe work, maybe school. But other than that, we have the young adults rally, and okay, not that there's nobody there, but there's about 10% of them who are either already married and with children, so, right? And then there's the whole, like, me, people I can't really talk to anymore for reasons. And then there's people like, and then there's just the whole like, I don't know if I like any of these other people. I've looked at a lot of other people and I went, I don't like any of these other people. Like, to that extent. I don't like any of these other people to that extent. Also, I haven't talked to enough of people enough of people to know whether I want to do this or not. So for me, it's just like, oh, right? I don't really know if I would ever want to associate with these people. Like, I don't know. Some people I've talked to are great, or are fine people as females, but they're either with somebody else. You can tell they're somebody else's, like they like somebody else, or they're married. So I'm like, man. And then I'm just like, this is stupid. Because my friend said the only thing we can do, my best friend said that the only thing we can do is just get into every other Christian community that we know of. Like, just get everywhere. Go to every church. This one, that one, this one, that one. Bam, 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 bing, bam, boom. Bam, 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 bam. He tried that with one church and realized, nah, these churches are bullcrap. These churches are garbage. For community? Garbage. Went to Italy for a month to visit his brother who's living there because he's trying to be on the water polo team of Italy. And he realized such a better set of communities over there. Or he found, not that we're not going to find communities here. I'm just saying, like, come on, people. If it takes X amount of months, or years even, for someone to talk to you out of a thing like this, I've always said, why does someone like me, who's sitting in a chair, who's staring into nothingness, who is doing nothing, why do I exist at a place like the young adults rally? Why do I exist? Please explain to me why I exist, and a whole bunch of other people like me. No, don't give me that crap, whatever, blah blah blah. Or don't give me the crap of like, we don't seem approachable, A, or B, well, so many people, you can't talk to everybody, which is fair. But stop talking to the same 7 people, please. All of you people in charge, or running it, or volunteering, don't give me that bullcrap. Please don't give me that bullcrap. Don't give me that bullcrap. garbage. It's garbage. You can get somebody to talk to somebody else. It doesn't, I and about half a dozen other people shouldn't exist. As in, in that circumstance, that circumstance shouldn't exist. Like I said with the photography, I'm like, what do I got to do to get someone's attention? And we were talking yesterday too about how my friend, we brought up the whole thing of like we have to impress people in this day and age. It's the TikTok dance. Look at me, look at me. Get me 1 million views, get me 1 million likes. Watch my dance on TikTok. It's like, it's fair. And I said to myself, and then I brought up, no, I didn't bring up, but I thought of after he left. I was like, oh yeah, then there's the whole thing like me where I'm like, do I gotta jump on a table and do some stupid acrobatic thing to impress people? What the hell do I gotta do to get people to, no, oh my god, it's insane. He goes, you have to be yourself, and you have to like, it's like, yeah, but walk up to them and just, like, but that's the problem. This day and age, you have to impress people to get their attention. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're right. You're 100% correct. My problem with that is, what do you do with people like me and my friend, who's a girl, who has explicitly stated, I don't do this whole walking up to people and talking to everybody. I'm like, I don't either. I thought I was the weirdo. I thought I was stupid freak. No, it's not. I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, look, in my opinion, those kind of people. The answer that she got that night at that young adults was, go be social, basically. Well, you gotta go talk to people. And at the time I thought, that's the stupidest answer you could have given her. But now I'm thinking, well, no, actually, I kind of agree with the guy. No one's gonna be social for you. Now, of course, there's ways of learning and building up and like training and whatever and like getting better at socializing. But there's just a level of like, no, nobody's gonna be social for you. No one's gonna become you and go, oh, now we're gonna go out or help you be social. It's not a thing. There's classes you could take or ways you could learn, internet tutorials. But I'm just saying, like, I might come back. There might be a cut here in about 10 minutes, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, of course. People like me, people like her, people like the people who are not fully social, like are kind of awkward, introverted people. 100%. My mother gave me the. I think I said this already. Mother was like, I was a super introverted person too. I was an introverted person too. I had to learn to be not introverted. And I'm like, Ma, that doesn't help me though. How does that help me? You're not telling me how to get out of being super introverted and not wanting to socialize. She went life, doing, being. And I went, yeah, okay, fine. So it's the same thing as this thing in the book that says, I feel the fear and do it anyway, which was, the first thing that the author writes is, she basically goes, okay, she goes, the only way to get over something that you fear is to do it. You have to do it. You're not going to magically one day turn from, I'm afraid of spiders to, I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm afraid of heights to, whoop, I'm not afraid of heights anymore. Or I'm afraid of public speaking to, I'm not afraid of public speaking. Or I'm afraid of whatever to, now I'm not afraid of it anymore. The same way, there's a meme that goes around where it's a video and it's a girl. She's like, talking to God and going, where's my husband? Where's my husband? And he goes, or where's somebody I can talk to? Where's a male? Where's a boyfriend? Where's a husband? Whatever. And God goes, do you talk to the opposite gender? Do you leave your house? Do you talk to the opposite gender? Do you talk to people after church? And she goes, no. Well, there's your problem. I'm not going to hand it to you on a silver platter. That's not how this thing works. I'm not just going to hand it to you on a silver platter. Which is fair. I don't blame God, right? If that's what God was actually saying, it's like, yeah, sure, 100%. I don't blame him. It's the same, like, look, socialization or not being afraid of something, he's not just going to be like, hand it to you on a silver platter. Oh, you're going to be able to do it now. You're going to do everything you want. Here you go. No, that's not what's going to happen. It's not what's going to happen. You have to actually work at it. This socialization, this thing, this whole finding friends, finding partners, finding life partners, finding husbands and wives. It's like, yeah, it's not going to be like, hand it to a silver platter. Here's all the tools you'll need to and here you are, and here is your wife or husband. Like, the pastor of the young adults from my previous church says things like, he met his wife and immediately was like, we're getting married. And they both kind of accepted that, like, came to the same conclusion. I'm like, dude, dude, we're not you, and none of us are you. We're not this like, oh, I felt it from God, and like you're the guy, she's the one. It's not happening, especially because we're males. Also, my friend also brought up the point of with a female, feels like it's not hard because like okay, so if you got me who's a male and then the girl who's a female, right, who are both the same kind of socially awkward kind of like social anxiety, don't want to like go up and talk to people, right? We're not gonna go up and talk to people, right? She has okay, and if she wants to find a husband, and if I want to find a wife, right? Her walking up to a guy, 100%, she can have them eating out of the palm of her hand, right? But I can't just have a girl follow for me. It doesn't work that way. I'm not charming. I'm not Prince Charming. So, but she's a girl, and so she can just like have them eating out of the palm of her hand, which fair enough. I mean, sure. Not exactly the right way to do it, but she can have it if she wants. She's a female, right? So for me, it's slightly harder. Although it's not that much in that situation because a lot of people in that situation would be willing to talk to me. I've said this before. Talking to females is so much easier than talking to males. Once you pass the sexual tension of like, well, okay, you're a female, I'm a male, what's going to happen here? You're ho, done. And if the female like doesn't even have that or breaks that awkwardness really fast, like in the first whatever, and in the first 3 seconds doesn't think I'm a whack, bam, bam, bam. It's like the greatest thing ever, and it feels amazing. And you're like, I'm talking to a female, because I said that to myself. I'm like, I'm talking to a female, right? So yeah, I'm just saying like. She can have it in the palm of her hand. I can't. So I've got to do a little bit more work than she does. But, I mean, look, okay? We got to go into life. We got to go into the world. And we got to look at other communities of Christians. I'll be right back. And so, look, okay? So I've got to do more work than she does. Now, the pastor's whole idea thing with his arranged marriage thing is like, hey, look, if you're going to, okay, find people outside of, like, immediate church and immediate friends, right, then yeah, sure, I'll take that, because what am I supposed to do? And it helps someone like me who goes, I'm never going to go find a wife if I just live in this same, I'm not going to find a wife if I live in the same, or, living in the same social group. Come on. It's never going to happen. We're not going to find it. We have to go out in the world. Now, look, could I find a wife? Of course. But, like, it's not like, it's not easy in this day and age. Online dating is stupid for me, and finding your wife on online dating, it's apparently one of the top ways to find your partner. To find kind of a little like, what? Okay. But I kind of can see it too, because like, you talk to people online, I'm sure people find their like friend, like, because people make friends online all the time. Everybody and their mother has a friend online, man, that they've either never met online or met from online. So yeah. Now, are you gonna find the like? Is everyone gonna find a wife? Is everyone gonna find a wife? No, of course not. But I mean, hey, look. In my opinion, finding it's not impossible to find a wife online, or a husband online. You just gotta do it properly too. You gotta find the right places, the Christian mingle type of places. You know what I mean? But yeah, in my opinion, I don't think online dating is for me, unless you have someone to help me. Also, a wingman or a wingwoman is someone very useful, because women will trust other women, not necessarily other men. And women, although I thought of this too when my friend said you need a wing woman, I went, okay, sure, makes sense. Then I realized, but do women think of it like, well, why would you want this guy? Right? I don't know. I'm just asking. Like, I don't know. I'm genuinely asking the women. Do you think that or not? Because also, I don't have any women I can talk to about women. Because you can only talk to men about women. You can talk to your guy friends about women up to a certain point. We only know how much we know. You have to actually talk to a woman who can tell you the secrets of women because she's a woman, right? Uh, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I don't have that at this moment, which is whatever. But it is what it is, I guess. It's annoying, but what are you gonna do, right? What am I to do, right? I don't have those relationships, so I I could get them. There's someone I could probably talk to about this stuff, but a lot of it's just like a lot of it's like I don't know what relationships we have with each other. Although there is the like common like I want because I'm thinking to myself, why are some people just not talking to other people like me, someone like me, right? And it's like, oh, well, they want comfortability and they know what to talk to with these people too. It's like, and they like are friends and they like have stuff in common and socialize and conversational, and it's like that makes sense. No, that makes sense. But then what's with the other people? What's with all the other people who are like, well, like that who don't know you very well and just don't socialize with you, and it's like, no offense, but these people are awful at community. This whole thing was to bring this whole thing I'm saying at the young adults rally. It was the whole point of it. The first one he did, the guy in charge announced like, or said it publicly, like from the mic, that he wanted to bring churches together. And I'm like, first of all, you're going to bring churches together? Don't think so. That's A. But B, it's like, yeah, but that's not working, obviously, because guess what happens? You've got the church I'm attending, or the young adults I'm coming from, with their group of people, and you've got X church, next church with their group of people, and X church with their group of people, and this church with their group of people, and they're all, or their social friend group, where it's like, okay, it's not necessarily the same church, but it's the same group of people, same social group of people, and I'm like, that's not community. Come on, that's not bringing people together. Although I have met people outside of it from other churches, so I didn't meet nobody, and I didn't sit there doing nothing. But even my own group of people, I was at the retreat, and I was sitting there at the table with this look like, why? Excuse me? None of you people are going to ask me if I want to play your game with you. They're playing card games or something over on the table, and I'm like, you know what? Screw you. Screw all of you. All of you can go screw off. Because guess what? Okay? You all suck. Whether it was me, or my best friend, or any of the people that were there, the 9 or 10 people who were there. Okay, the person in charge was making dinner, so that was fine. Sure. I'm not going to, crap all over her. But there were 9 or 10 people who could have been like, hey, you want to do something? You want to talk? You want to this? You want to that? No. No, I sat there in the chair thinking, kill me now, please. Just take the gun and shoot me. I have a razor blade in my pocket. Can I just kill myself now? God, it was so stupid. I kept telling my mother. I was texting my mother. I'm like, stupid, Ma. And she kind of looked at me like, I've told you this multiple times. You have to just get better at being social. There's nothing I can do for you. And she didn't say it in those words, but she used that kind of idea where it's like, yeah, what are you going to do? I'm like, Mom, that doesn't help me at this moment. She goes, nothing I can do about it, sorry. There ain't nothing I can do about it, sorry. And I'm just like, Ma, you suck. Basically, without saying it like that. Or, Ma, those are terrible. Like, they're terrible. Absolutely god-awful response to me. That helps me nowhere. And I'm just like, yeah, it does help you nowhere. At the moment, yeah. At the moment, it helps you nothing. And I'm like, oh, you suck. You absolutely suck, Ma. Ma, that's terrible. Ma, you're terrible at answering my question. How do I talk to people? And right there, here, at this very moment, we're getting nothing. Now, look, okay? Is it bad? Could I get to being better at this? Of course. Just do it. But the problem is, at this moment, also, I was thinking at the last young adults rally, I was like, okay, I said to myself, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be sitting there, not talking to anybody, and expect people to just walk up to you and talk to you and do it naturally and have all females come to you and have a meaningful conversation with these people that you like meaning the conversation you like something you came out of and go, I liked that. That was enjoyable, right? Or male even, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm thinking to myself, I can't have my cake and eat it too. It doesn't work that way. I can't have my cake and eat it too. It doesn't work. I can't expect people to come to me while doing no effort on my part. And coming off as like, please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Oh God, please don't come to me. Okay. Well, then you're gonna get nothing. You're not gonna talk to people, and people aren't gonna talk to you. So screw off, man. So don't expect to have friends. Don't expect to meet new people at these things. Don't expect to be social. If that's how you're gonna run. Expect to be the guy who's kind of connected to your church and really connected to nothing else in the whole thing. You know? I'm not saying that it's also not on other people's parts to say other people's part to, come talk to me, like, go, But I'm saying, but it's a give and take too. It's like a conversation takes two people. A conversation is a back and forth. It's like how to it's like witty comebacks, and one was like when your mother or father goes, "Don't talk back to me." That's how a conversation works. Yeah, you have to talk back in a conversation, like back to Anyway, you know what he's talking about. Yeah, so like for me at least, I'm just like, okay, well look, this is stupid. Okay, and what I mean by stupid is like, okay, this is dumb, this is ridiculous, and but like I'm not here to complain. I like my thing, and I probably wouldn't be a Christian without my young adults. What I'm saying is, community is weird, and you can't expect people to be social for you and talk to you and all this stuff. You can't expect that, because if you do, you're gonna get nowhere. And also, you can't expect your wife or your husband to fall out of the sky, to hand you on a silver platter, to ring your doorbell and say, "Let's get married." It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. You have to actually like try in both scenarios. Socializing and relational. They take more than one person, stupid. Or they take, more than one side, They do. They take more than one side. I'm not saying, right, that it's terrible. What I'm saying is, look, okay, you have to try. Like my mother said, like that book I was reading, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. It's the only way you get over your fear of anything is doing it. There's no therapy you can have. There's no, pill you can take. There's no medicine. There's no magical formula that goes, and now you're not afraid of that thing anymore. No, it's not how it works. How it works is you have to actually be social. You have to actually do it. You have to actually do the thing you don't like. Now, as long as, it's not something that, like, it's something you can do. As long as it's something you can do, well, yeah, you have to do it. There's nothing you can do to do it. You have to just do it. Which is fair. I understand what the author's talking about. She's talking about the fact of, like, it doesn't just magically one day you're just not afraid of that thing anymore. No, of course not. You have to actually confront said fear. That's the other thing. You have to confront said fear. And if it's something you have, like, you can only get over by doing, you have to do it. You're not going to just magically one day say, I'm not afraid of public speaking anymore. I'm not afraid of talking to people anymore. I can do it now. No, it's not going to happen. You have to actually do it. Am I saying it's good or bad? Or like that's the only way and the perfect way? Kinda, yeah. There are other things you can do. There are other tricks. Tricks of the trade here, right? There are tricks of the trade, right? You can learn all these little other things. But what I'm saying is that's kind of how you have to do it. There's nothing you can do to get better at whatever you're doing. It's just kind of like, well, yeah, you can't be a better basketball player without being a like playing basketball. Dang it. Okay, my phone's just not working right now. Sorry. Without playing basketball, you can't get better at math without doing math problems. You can't get better at drawing or art without doing art. You can't get better at video editing without video editing. You can't, because you can have all the theory you want and like know all the ways. Oh, here are the tricks and here are the ways. But if you don't do it, you're never gonna get better at it, right? That's just my opinion. So for me, I'm like, it's kind of dumb. Where it's like, well, because what people like me want is, here's the trick. You do this, and there you go, you're better. Or, and you'll be better. Bam, you'll be better. You won't hate it. You'll fear it. Which doesn't work. So, I mean, look, I love my young adults. I probably wouldn't be a Christian and or alive without these people. I'm not joking. Like, this is serious. But what I'm saying is, they can be better people. They can be more social. I can, whatever. I don't know. In my opinion, it's weird. This is supposed to be we're supposed to embody the love of Jesus Christ in our community here. It's a bunch of hooey. Sorry. It is a bunch of hooey, let's be honest. But it's a bunch of hooey in a weird, in a kind of like, yeah, but, I don't know, kind of way, I'm like, well, I don't know. Because that's the thing, right? It's like, it takes more than one side of a party to get to what? What? To get to doing and right? It is. It takes more than one side of a party to. There's two people involved in a conversation. You gotta have both people involved. One side can't just do everything for you. It's fair enough. But also, come on, people. You could be better at being social. Also, stop sticking. And then, because that's the thing. You have your little cliques and groups in your own, within. So, we have like about 15 people who go to this young adults, right? And within those people, it's like, these 3 people are connected together. These 2 people connect together. These 3 people connected to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. There's 3 or 4 or 5 groups of 3. And it's like 2 or 3. And it's like, what the frickin' frick, okay? What the absolute frickin' frick, okay? What's going on? I think it's baloney. I think it's a bunch of hooey. Like, actual, like, bullshit. It is. It's waste of everyone's life. Because what are you doing? Not that you have to talk to everybody, but I'm saying, like, come on, people. You're really going to go there and tell me that, like, we're the epitome of community? We've talked about community before. The reason the new guy, or the newest, like, not converted, but, like, newest Christian person in that group, like the guy who became Christian fairly recently, became Christian because it was a good community. I'm like, I wanted to tell him the cold hard truth. No, it's not. You will find out that Christianity is hogwash for community. But he's found but again, he's one of those people who would go up and talk to people, so he finds a community and thinks it's great. I'm like, because it's true, it is, but, my problem is, you're telling me what now? You're saying what now? You're telling me that I'm... Wait. So you're saying that, like, you have a good community? You found good community throughout this stuff? And we talked about fellowship, we talked about community before, and community and fellowship are useful, necessary. It's like, yes, but you're also terrible. As in, I wanted to... I was biting my tongue the whole time, going, no, 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 no. Fellowship is bull, 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 bunch of bull. It's so bull. It is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's such a no. Stop lying stop lying to me and yourself and everybody else. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop right now. Stop it. I ain't stupid here. I've been around the block a few times. The same way when I said for the dinners that started, these all are welcome Wednesday community dinners that we're having, what we've had for whatever 6 months, whatever it is. October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So 6 months. Sorry, 6 months. We started this with, before it even started, we went, the girl who said, well, how do you, be social? How do you stop the ostracization? How do you stop the, cliques that are going to happen? And the guy, and he got the answer of, well, just be social, right? It's A. And then B, it was like, well, just be social. And then the pastor went, the guy in charge went, well, it's not going to happen. And I had to chime in and say, no, sir. Screw you. I know this is going to happen. I know for a fact. No. That's bullshit. Because I know it's going to happen. And so, yeah, no, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get people who have their cliques. And then he made this point of, well, people don't really like this. She said this recently. So we're going to, doesn't like the way it's running run. So we're going to actually just completely kill, because his whole art thing was, well, they feel like they can't talk to people and get to know people. And I went, well, that's because they're talking to their own same people. And two, yeah, they can get to know the people they want to get to know, because they sit with the same people every week. The exact same people every single week. So go screw off, man. I don't know where you're getting that idea from. Unless 5 or 6 people said something to the effect of, well, it's I can't do this. And it was big enough people, to make a splash. Because if I came up to him and said that, who cares? If Bimbo, Jimbo, Schmimbo, Schmo Joe came up to him, then yeah, no. But if enough of these prominent people said, I don't like how this is running, can we just do it differently? Why can't we try and then give a suggestion to whatever? Then yeah, okay, sure, maybe. But what I'm seeing is, well, no, that's baloney, because everybody sits with their own people they like every single week for 6 months. So what are you talking about, man? Although I'm happy we're not having any more, because, God, it was awful. What I mean by awful is, I hated it, and people have realized, oh, I don't have to go to this. I can go to what I want to come to, which is the young adults. Right? So there's at least 3 people that I know of that come after the fact. 3 or 4 people come after the fact. It's like, well, yeah. And then there's the people who don't. And there are people who do the opposite, who come to the dinner and don't come to young adults. But what I'm saying is, they didn't even ask us. He didn't say, would you like this? Hey, would you like this? We would have told him, no, put it on a different day, or give us a different day of the week. Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, don't care. We'll do our thing. You have your thing. Have fun. Or I would have told him, take your dinner, put it like we used to have community dinners, community kitchen, on a Saturday night, and bam, done. Problem solved. We have our night. You have your night. That's it. That's all. Because they're bringing new people into this all are welcome when they think, no, they're not. No, they're not. They got maybe 1%, if that. So go screw off if you're telling me that, oh, this was a very successful. No, it was not. And also, your numbers, right, have dwindled. You went from maybe 50 to 100 at the beginning, somewhere in that range, now to 25 to 50. And the tables have shrunk, and they've realized that, and whatever. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, in my opinion, this dinner was not a success. And I think that the pastor has to realize, hey, guess what? Not young adults. Well, young adults too, but just everybody in the congregation. I have to please the people that are still here, because we're losing congregants, right? And so because we're losing congregants, we need to at least keep the ones that are here. Because if 10% of people leave the congregation, that's my salary gone. And I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, of course it is. Of course that's your salary gone. Of course that's your salary gone. Duh. So keep the people you have here. So if people are complaining that they don't like it, bees and the girl I was talking about, and so on and so forth, and people and lad, and noticing. Wait a sec. So you don't show up to this, okay? And not that we contribute a lot to his salary. I'm just saying, we don't really give tithings at all, to be honest, us young adults. But I'm saying, if we lose those people, if we're supposed to be the next generation of the church, next face of the church, the face of the church, the next generation, and we're complaining and we don't like it and we may leave, well then what, Anyway, um, and we leave. Well, yeah, okay, sure, fine, 100%. Like, he's got to keep people like us. He's got to keep the people who give him the money. And yes, there are the what are they called? Alumni kind of people who exist, who are like, I don't go to that church anymore, but I really like that church. Same way, oh, I don't, oh yeah, I like going to Harvard, so I'll give $25,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 every year for the rest of my life, kind of thing. Or I'll give, so the church maybe has some of those people too. But I'm just saying, like, because they wouldn't exist without, I'm sure, some of those kind of people, the big beneficiaries, the alumni kind of people. Hey, look, that's what my mother did at McGill for like 2 or 3 years, 4 years. That's all she did. She was the person who would email and call up these people and say, hey, would you like to give more money? Would you like to give money? That's not the only thing she did, obviously, but that was her main job. She's like in the department with like, hey, you went to McGill, right? Would you like to financially contribute for an extended period of time? 10 years, 12 years, 5 years, 17 years, 100 years, until you're dead, kind of thing, right? So, yeah, they exist, I'm sure, for like churches. But what I'm saying is, I don't know, this is a dumb idea, and we're going to go back to what we had before, and it's going to be great. And we don't have to worry about it. And it's good. Now, is it a great idea to just kill it all together? I don't think so, but what are you going to do, right? I don't really care. So I think it's going to be it for now, guys. So I think just, in my opinion, go out into the world and find people that you like, friends, relationships, so on and so forth, mentors, all that stuff. Because doing it here doesn't work. Sitting in our own little bubble doesn't work. I think it's gonna be for now, guys. So if you want to get in touch with me for anything, questions, comments, concerns, whatever you want, there's the email tacoimposters@gmail.com. That's tacoimposters@gmail.com. There's the 2 Discord servers, and then if you want to contribute financially, there's the Patreon, patreon.com/wingwong. That's patreon.com/wingwong. Then there's the if you want to get my music, which is either the stream it or buy it, and then there's my Etsy. So adios, mi amigos. Um, goodbye and God bless.